Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues whatsoever? Okay, great. So, everything's good? Okay. So now that last day we had done some theoretical work, today is the first practical day. I'm very sorry that I was not able to attend the class for the past 4 days itself. I had to go back to actually my hometown, not even my hometown, the village itself. We had some cremations and everything there. So I had to go there and complete all that. Due to that, I just came back from there today itself at 5 o'clock. So I reached the office where I'm currently shooting right now. That's the reason why I'm 2-3 minutes late as well. So we'll be continuing the object detection OYO detection very soon. Give me a few days to just adjust a little bit. And yeah, so our today's aim is going to be very simple. We are going to learn about S3 buckets, guys. Okay, what are S3 buckets? Why is it important? And we're going to take up a static website. Do you guys know what is a static website? Do you guys know what is a static website, guys? A static website is basically a website without any backend. It's just the front end of the website itself. It's a static website. It is not dynamic in nature. Once it has been created, it is just there. It will look the same. It will feel the same, right? So the static website that we are going to create is going to be a riddle website where you can generate riddles and you can look at the answers as well. So that is what we will be looking at. And we'll be seeing how to take up a static website and how to deploy it so that anybody can use it using S3, that is Amazon S3 simple storage itself, and that too for free. You don't need to pay anything for this. You don't need to do anything for that. I will show you guys that as well. So AWS, like I said, guys, AWS is basically one of the biggest, not one of the biggest cloud computing or cloud solution that is being given by Amazon. So there are three big players right now who are in the space of cloud computing. These going to be Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Google has GCP or Google Cloud Platform. Amazon has AWS, and your Microsoft has Azure. Now AWS has almost 78% of the total market share. So if there are 100 companies in the entire world, just 100 companies in the entire world, then 78 of those companies are actually using AWS. The rest of the how many companies? 22 companies are using Azure or Google. Now Azure is usually used for legacy platforms. So all the legacy products that are there means old products that are beyond 2010. These are the ones that are usually hosted on Azure. GCP is usually for startups. Most of the startups basically use GCP because they have a Google Cloud Platform. The reason for that is because Google gives a lot of credits to startups to start up their work and everything. So you'll see most of the startups utilizing GCP. Whereas when it comes to AWS, I usually suggest students that AWS is one of the oldest cloud platforms that is there. One of the cloud platforms that is used by every single company in the entire world. So if you ever want to learn cloud computing, I will definitely suggest you guys start with AWS. Be proficient in AWS. If you are good in AWS, then you will easily be able to learn Azure or GCP at a later point of time. So that will be my suggestion, but again, it is up to you guys. Please speak in Hindi. Rohan Shinde, I usually, I've made it very clear, I will never be speaking Hindi during the boot camps. There is two reasons for that. First, we don't just get North Indians into our boot camp. We get people from South India. We get people from other countries as well. We get people from Nigeria. We get people from Africa. We get people from UAE. We get people from US, UK, Spain, and a lot more countries as well. So they don't know Hindi and they will not be able to understand anything. The second particular reason is if you are attending this boot camp, that means I hope so you want to get into the IT industry. In the IT industry, there is a norm, okay, that you have to speak in English. You should know how to communicate your ideas in English. You should know how to understand English as well. Because your interviews that are going to be there are going to be taken up in English. It is not going to be in Hindi. It is not going to be in Marathi. It is not going to be in Gujarati. Okay, it is going to be in English. So that is the reason why I usually take up the bootcamp in English. Even I am a Hindi speaking person. My English is next to shit. But the point is, I'm able to convey my ideas in English. You don't need to be very fluent. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be just enough so that you are able to convey your idea sitting to the person sitting in front of you. That's it. That's it. Okay. So how can I use the AWS service free without paying? So let's start with that, guys. Let's start with that. How can we do this for free? I don't want to pay shit. I want to learn AWS for free. It shouldn't be the case that I'm having to pay AWS some amount of money. So how can I do that? So let's get started, guys. Let's get started right over here. Should we get an AWS certification? Absolutely not. It has zero value when you're applying to a company, because companies don't care whether you're having a certification or not. And if a certification is required in the company, they will actually pay for it. So you don't have to get it on your own. So if the company requires a certification, they will actually pay for it, and you will have to do the certification when you are into the company. If you're already having that certification, companies don't care about it, because there are thousands of certifications that are there, and companies, the certification that is needed is on a project basis. So maybe whatever certification that you're doing has zero value for the company. So you will be wasting your money as well as your time. Okay, so let me share my screen first of all with you guys. Share screen, entire screen, share. I hope so that my bald head and the screen is visible to you guys, right? I hope so that my bald head and the screen is visible to you guys, right? Yes? Okay. Is there any probability that I can shift it here? But I will be in the middle of the screen itself. That is not right for you guys. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a particular website. Okay. You guys can do it as well. Don't do it within the class, guys. This is my suggestion to you guys. Never code when a particular person is teaching you. Okay. Always listen. Always make notes. And after the class, whatever you have learned in the class, referring to your notes, try to do it on your own. This is the best way of learning coding. If you are ever following a course, you are ever following a YouTube video, you are ever following a lecture series, if you're ever learning coding through a resource, never code along with a resource. This is the worst way of programming. You will never be able to become a good programmer. You'll never be able to get into companies with higher packages. I'm being very frank with this, guys. Most of the people actually make this mistake. I don't want my friends to make the same mistake, right? So the best way of learning programming is, let's assume you're watching this YouTube video, watch the video completely, take down notes while watching the video. Do not write a single line of code. Take down as many notes as you want. Don't be a transcriber. Don't be like, okay, I will write every single word this person is saying. Don't be like that. Write down the notes that you feel is important. Shut down the video. Open up your notes. Revise it. After an hour or after like 2-3 hours itself, come back. Just using your notes, try to do everything that happened in the video. Use Google. Do not use ChatGPT. As a fresher, this is my suggestion to you guys. As a fresher, till the point where you are not working on projects, proper big projects itself, you should not be using ChatGPT. Use Google, use Stack Overflow, use W3 Schools. Okay, a lot of different websites are there. Whatever you're stuck, do not go back to the video. Try to Google it up and try to read more about it. The more information and knowledge that you grasp, the better the programmer you will become. Even still, if you're not able to do that work, refer back to the video. That should be your last resort. Again, and do not be like, oh, I'm making a personal portfolio website, let's use ChatGPT. That is not a project. When I'm talking about a project, I'm talking about a project that you can put up on your resume. For example, a full stack Zomato clone. Like the front end is in React, the back end is in MongoDB, Express, Node.js. You're deploying it on AWS, you're orchestrating it using DevOps. This is a good project to have on your resume. So if you're working on such a project, then definitely use ChatGPT, definitely use any kind of AI that you want. That is to help you increase your productivity. But while you are learning, you should not use ChatGPT. Then you are not learning, you are an idiot. Okay. So that will be my suggestion to you guys. Okay. So I will open up the website. So that is aws.amazon.com aws.com/free. This is the website, guys. aws.amazon.com/free. This will show you all the different things that AWS provides for free that you don't have to pay for. Okay, create your account for free as well. So once you create your account, these are the things that are available for free to you guys. For example, EC2. We are going to learn about EC2 in this particular bootcamp as well, guys. We are given 750 hours of EC2 instance per month for free. Per month for free. So you can have a server running for 750 hours per month for free. That is more than sufficient for you guys to learn, to make your projects, to run it on EC2 instance and then destroy it. I will teach you guys how to destroy so that you are not getting a bill. Let me tell you one thing as well. This very funny story. I have got a bill of 2.8 crores from AWS once for just 1 month bill. 2.8 crores because I left one of the instances running and I had not shut it down. I'll teach you guys how to avoid these type of scenarios as well, because I have learned through my experience. So I will teach you guys that as well. Okay, so I got a bill of 2.8 crores. The thing is, like, Amazon was very helpful. They understood that it was a genuine mistake. I was not running anything on it, so they pardoned that bill for me. But for the 3 days that I was actually involved in it, I just thought that I will have to sell everything that I own, even the clothes on my body. So yeah, these are certain things that I'll be teaching you guys in the bootcamp. So do not worry about that. But as you're able to see, in S3 bucket, we are having 5 gigabytes of storage that is freely available. We are having RDS, that is database, that is also 750 hours of database per month that is available for free. Then you are having another database. Then you are having Amazon SageMaker, that is for machine learning itself. You are having AWS Lambda. So we'll be learning about Lambda in this bootcamp as well. We'll be learning about Amazon SageMaker in this bootcamp as well, guys. So you don't have to worry about that. And there are multiple different things that are available. So for example, artificial intelligence, it is available for you guys with unlimited access. So your AI powered productivity tool for ID and command line. So there are multiple different things that are there. As you're able to see, there are multiple pages as well. You can actually go through the product categories as well from here. For example, you want to get into some kind of game development or something. So there is a game lift that is available for 125 hours, but that is for the entire year. Please make sure if there is monthly written right over there, that is 125 hours monthly. Here monthly is not written right over here, so that is 125 hours in the entire year. So you have to make sure that you are actually going through the stuff, actually seeing everything properly. For machine learning, as you're able to see, you are having SageMaker and all this, a lot of things. So if you want to learn anything on AWS, most of its products will have a certain free tier. They might not give you the best things available with them, but enough so that you are able to learn it. Okay, that is the point with the free trial. The free trial is not for you guys to build your own startups. The free trial is to make sure that a particular student is able to learn how to manage different things. And once a free trial is done, okay, your free trial is over, you still want to use it at a later point of time, then a good suggestion for that will be just make another account. Just make another account right over there. You will have the free trials again, right? So that is a go around through the entire process. But yeah, again, for startups, it is just not possible that every 2 minutes they are making a new account. So, but for a student, yeah, in their lifetime, in the 4 years of the college, if they're doing this properly, they'll maybe use 2 or 3 accounts at max if they're doing it properly again. Okay, so is that fine? Like, are you guys able to understand the concept of these free trials, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this concept of free trials? These are for students at the end of the day. That is the reason why I'm teaching you guys. This is not a hack or something. There is some hacks as well, how to get credits for AWS. Maybe at the end of the bootcamp, I'll share those hacks with you guys, but not exactly hacks. These are openly available information, just that people don't know. But I will definitely share that with you guys as well. But yeah, it will get you like $25, $50, $75 worth of credits. That's good. Like, you can actually use that to learn certain advanced things as well, but it's fine. Okay, so now that we have learned about the free trial, let's get into the console. So I'm just going to sign in into the console. I have my account. I will suggest you guys to create your accounts as well after this class. Okay. So now that we have learned about the free trial, let's get into the console. So I'm just going to sign in into the console. I have my account. I will suggest you guys to create your accounts as well after this class. Okay. So now that we have learned about the free trial, let's get into the console. So I'm just going to sign in into the console. I have my account. I will suggest you guys to create your accounts as well after this class. Okay. So as you're able to see, this is your console of AWS. I've had it like certainly magnified. So if I just magnify it, this is how it will look like. Um, on the top, as you're able to see, you're having services right over here. Are you guys able to see services? This will show you all the different services that Amazon offers to you. The S3 bucket, the Amazon SageMaker, service quotas, EC2 instance, IAM. Then you're having your blockchain technologies that are available, Amazon managed blockchains. You're having business applications, Amazon Connect, Amazon Honeycode. So you can read through them as well. They give you a simple one-liner to make you understand what do they do. Okay, so you can go through them. So containers, if you're ever going to learn about DevOps, that is the next boot camp. You're going to study about containers, that is Docker containers right over there. So Kubernetes, all this is here, fully managed Docker container registry and all that. So again, all this you guys can go through it. Game development, game lift, we have already seen that. Media services, Elastic Transcoder, Media Connect, Media Convert, Media Live. So these are different services that AWS offers to you. So you don't have to build it from scratch. There is a server of AWS. They have built a software around it, that is an application to help you do one particular task, so that you don't have to worry about it, and then you can use that software to make your own softwares as well. You can use multiple of these services to make your own software at the end of the day. That is the aim right over here. If I go to S3, right? If I go to S3, recently visited S3 right over here. So yeah, this is the S3 major. So I have a lot of different buckets that I've created and destroyed at a later point of time. But yeah, this is the Amazon S3. Let's search for S3 in incognito mode. Let's open up the incognito mode. I'm not going to search for something bad, guys. So do not worry about it. Okay, let me open up incognito. People think that you only open up incognito to do something shitty, right? But that's not the case. You can also use it to visit some websites as well. 3BUCKETS AWS Amazon AWS. I don't want this. Okay, so this will give you a general introduction to the S3 buckets, guys. Okay, so object storage built to retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. Okay, what does it do? Why is it important? How does it work? You can go through these things itself. The major thing is pricing. Okay, what is the pricing? If at any particular point of time I want to, okay, so somebody is writing, I use it for privacy. So being very fair with you guys, there is no privacy in using incognito mode. What incognito mode does is that it does not store your history on your local computer. Your mobile service, whoever you have subscribed to, Jio or Airtel or VI or whatever you're using, they get the entire history, whatever you have done. I can even request, if I'm your father and I want to request your history, I can call the company, I can get the entire history from there, including whatever has been searched on the incognito mode. Google also receives everything because the data is going through there, and it will still store that data. There is nothing incognito about the incognito. It is just you who is not able to see stuff properly. So be aware of these things. Okay. If you want to fuck up somebody's life, this is a very good way. If you know what they do on the incognito mode, let his father know that you can get the entire data from there. It will be a very good thing to see. Okay, so but do not do it on your friends. That would be scary. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, these are the storage pricing. As you're able to see, 50 TB. How many GBs make 1 TB, guys? Please let me know. How many GBs makes 1 TB? Can somebody let me know? 1024. So 50 TBs basically mean approximately 50,000 GBs. Approximately 50,000 GBs, right? So the cost of 50,000 GBs, let me just calculate it for you guys. 0.023 multiplied by 5123. Let me check. Okay, everything is fine. Multiplied, let me get this in rupees. in rupees. Stay signed out. So if you are taking up 50 TB of storage from S3, 50,000 GBs of storage from S3, your cost will be 96,210 rupees per month. This is in Indian rupees. For those who want to understand in US dollars, it is going to be 1,150 US dollars. Now this is actually very cheap because 50,000 TB is basically you having 50 hard disks of 1 TB, and hard disks are pretty slow if you go for SSDs as well. These are 50 different SSDs that we are talking about of 1 TB. Again, that is very costly as well as very slow as well, because these are 50 different solid state devices. If you are buying a single SSD worth 50 TB, that will be in lakhs. That will be in lakhs. And when I'm talking about lakhs, multiple lakhs. So it is actually pretty okay for companies to invest in S3 buckets. And these rates are based on not giving you any discounts. When a company is actually talking to the Amazon, they get almost 80 to 70% discounts on what they are purchasing as well. Because they don't go for 50 TB, they go for like petabytes of data. There's like thousands and thousands of TBs as well. So they get a lot of discount. Like for example, I've seen companies getting like 80%, 85% discount on AWS. For us, it feels like a big amount. For a company, 1 lakh is next to nothing. Next to nothing itself. So that is the point, guys. So S3 has a cost to it, but 5 GBs of data has been given to us for free. So we don't have to worry about anything. Keep this in mind, guys, that if you are not doing what I'm going to show you towards the end of the class, you will get a bill. Please try to listen to me very carefully so that you are able to avoid that. Shit, the price of dollar has raised once again. We are at almost 84. Dude, that is not good. Not good at all. In a year, it has been pretty consistent. बीच में एक बार बहुत ही ज़्यादा भागा है. It has been pretty consistent. In 5 years. Shit, man. In 5 years, it is simply very sad to see. Max. If I would have been earning in dollars, I would have got like 10% at least more right now. Nice. Okay, so let's continue from right over there itself, guys. So what we are going to do right now is that we are going to sign into the platform. Okay, not Incognito. We have already signed in. I went into services. And selected S3. If you are not able to find it, you can do a simple search for S3 as well. You can do a simple search for S3 and then select the simple S3 itself, scalable storage in the cloud. Okay, just select this simple S3. Now, what is our aim, guys? Our aim is to create a static website. We are not going to create it. We are going to download it from some website. And we want to host that simple website so that anybody is able to access them. Anybody is able to visit these websites itself. Now, how can we do that, guys? The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a bucket. So now in S3, every unit of storage that you want is called as a bucket. Think about the bucket as a normal bucket at home, right? You want to store something, you want to keep something inside of it, you keep it inside of the bucket itself and you take it from one place to another. Right. In a similar way, inside of S3, if you want to create a storage, you want to contain some items inside of it, you create a bucket right over there. So as you're able to see, a create bucket button is already given right over there. It's as simple as that. You have to give a unique bucket name, guys. Okay. It should be a globally unique bucket name. No two buckets in the entire world can have the same name. So while you are giving this name, make sure that it is unique. I'm going to give it a name of my static website. Please do not have any kind of spacing while giving the bucket name. If you want spacing, use an underscore right over here. Okay, do not use spaces. My static website, and I'm going to give it as DevTown and underscore sh. Okay, that I am basically creating it. So this is the name of the bucket that I'm creating. Again, guys, when you are going to create it, make sure it is unique. Do not use the same bucket name. It will not work. Okay, we'll just go down. We are not going to change anything inside of this, guys. everything is going to be the same. We're going to click on create bucket, guys. We're going to click on create bucket. The fuck? Oh, sorry. Bucket name should not contain an underscore. Bucket name should not contain uppercase characters as well. Okay, so we'll use a hyphen right over here. Maybe the hyphen is something that is allowed. No uppercase characters, guys. I'm so sorry. So DevTown should all be small as well. Let's create the bucket once again. Create bucket. So you cannot use underscores, guys. You can use hyphens. So if you are making choosing a name, do not use any kind of uppercase characters. Do not use any kind of underscores. If you want spacing, use hyphens, guys. Okay, dash basically. So we have created, so as you're able to see, we are getting a particular message: successfully created bucket my static website DevTown sh. Okay, so you will be able to see the particular bucket right over here. So these are all the different buckets that I've created up till this point of time. As you're able to see, demo front DevTown, demo s3 SageMaker X, dynamic web app dev, my static website DevTown sh. Now this is the bucket that we want to enter into. Okay, this is the bucket that we want to enter into, guys. Just click on this particular name. It will take you to that particular bucket. As you're able to see, Amazon S3 buckets, and then the bucket that we have just created, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand everything up till here? We haven't done anything. We have just created a bucket. But are you guys able to understand everything up till here, guys? That is the main question. Are you guys able to understand everything up till here? Okay, you guys are great. Awesome, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into properties. We're going to properties and we're going to scroll down to the end of properties of this bucket. Object properties. So we are selecting properties and scroll down to the end of the properties itself. You should be able to see static website hosting, an option right over here. Static website hosting, guys. Right now it is disabled. We want to host a static website right over here. We need to enable it. So we'll go here. We'll click on edit. We'll enable it from right over here. Do not change anything. Do not change anything right over here, guys. Just write in the index.html. Okay, because this is going to be the main website through which we are going to enter. So index.html, guys. Write it down right over here. Nothing else you have to change. Okay, nothing else you have to change. To go down below and then click on save changes. Again, guys, you have to select enable. You have to go down below index document. You have to write index.html. That is the main website that is going to be there. And then down below you have to click on save changes, guys. Save changes. Okay, once you have done that, you have seen successfully edited static website hosting, right? If you go back to the properties down below at the bottom, you will be able to see static website hosting enabled. Okay, and this is a particular URL that has been given to us. This is a URL for the static website that will be hosted. Okay, so you can access the particular website through this particular URL. If I try to open it up right now, I'm going to get an error. Let's try that out. Let me open this up on a new tab, and as you're able to see right over here on my screen, I'm given an error 403 forbidden, code access denied. Now the problem is that the bucket has been created. We have allowed static website hosting to happen right over there as well. But the bucket and the contents inside of the bucket are still private. The bucket and the content stored inside of the bucket is still private. Although the link is there, but nobody is allowed to access the bucket from that link because currently everything is private. It is basically like you go to Ambani's house. Okay, you're able to see the Ambani's house. It is there, but you cannot enter into the Ambani's house. Why? Because it is access denied. So if Ambani decides that from today, my house is available to the public, if his bucket becomes public, then only people will be able to access whatever contents are there inside of your like house or inside of your bucket itself. So we are going to go back. Okay, we are going to go back. We're going to go back to the top. We're going to go into permissions, guys. We're going to go into permissions. Okay, properties and then permissions, guys. From permissions, you are able to see block public access. It is on. We need to off it. We need to make sure that the public access is there. Right now, block public access. Block every public access. We need to open it up. So we'll click on edit, guys. We'll click on edit and we'll remove this from right over here. As you're able to see, it will give us a lot of errors. There's a lot of different reasons why you should not make your S3 bucket public itself. But yeah, that is for the future you guys, not for the current you guys. We are going to save our changes right over here. As you're able to see, it is showing us an update. We'll write confirm, CONFIRM confirm right over here, and we'll click on confirm. Our particular access has been given. Now that our access has been given, our properties has been changed, there is nothing inside of our particular document, guys. One more thing that we have to do. Guys, just a second. Okay. Just a sec. There's one more thing that we have to enter right over here. What do we have to enter? Give me a sec, guys. Okay, request pay, object lock, Amazon event bridge, cloud tail, description, bucket. Edit. This is fine. There's no problems in that. Let me check this up for you guys. So one thing that we have to edit is actually giving the access to the, so right now the bucket is public. Okay, please try to understand what I'm trying to do. Right now the bucket is public, guys. But the problem is that the contents that we're going to put inside of the bucket are still private. Are you guys able to get what I'm trying to say? Although our particular bucket is public. Our bucket is public, guys. But the problem is currently, just a second, what is happening right over here? Yeah, even though our bucket is public, guys, the contents that we're going to put, the website that we're going to put inside of this bucket are still private in nature. Are you guys able to understand this? So it is basically like Mukesh Ambani has opened the doors of the Antilia unit itself, but still the building you cannot enter into it. Are you guys able to understand? Like, this is a very shit example, but like you can enter into the mall, but to take something back with you, you have to buy it, right? In a similar way, you can think about it in such a way itself. Are you guys able to understand what I'm trying to say? Like, because this is something that even I took some time to understand it. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes? Okay. So to change that, I'm trying to figure out a way of doing it. There are two ways of doing it, guys. I want to use the way that is appropriate enough for you guys. You guys will like that way. That is the reason why I'm trying to figure it out. Where that particular way is. Okay, I don't want to go with the easy part. The easy part is something that you guys will eventually be able to figure it out. I want to use something that is intriguing to you guys as well. So give me a sec. Let me find it for you guys. Okay, I've got the particular place, but the code I will have to share it with you guys. Just give me a second. Let me email the code to myself so that I'm able to share it with you guys. Enter into the house, but you're not allowed to touch anything, right? You can think about it in such a way as well. Okay, so how can I share the code with you guys? That is also a question, right? Let me see. Okay, so go to permissions and then bucket policy, guys. We have to put up a bucket policy. This is where we will be telling our bucket that the contents within the bucket is also public. So we'll click on edit. Okay, this is the place where we are going to write our JSON code. Now the code is actually with me. How can I give it to you guys? That is the thing that I have to figure it out. So what can I do? Let me check. Okay, I have the code here. Let us see if it opens it up or not. Okay, so yeah, this is the bucket policy, guys, that we are going to change. I'm going to give you guys the particular thing from here itself. File, new document, Control V. Okay, share name, JSON code. What happened? JSON code, save, anyone with the link, viewer, copy link, done. I'll put the link in the description of the video itself so that you guys are able to get it from here. JSON code, save. So once you open up the JSON code file, guys, it will be down in the description of the video itself. If you're not able to see it, just refresh the video, that is like close down the video and open it again. So you will be able to see the JSON file link in the description of the video. Okay, so this is the code right over here, guys. What we have to do is we have to just copy this code. We just copy this code, guys, and we have to paste it up inside of this edit policy. So the policy, bucket policy, where was the bucket policy, guys? You go to particular permissions. Okay, you go to permissions, and from permissions you have this bucket policy right over here. From permissions, bucket policy, edit it, go into the policy, paste the policy right over here. Make sure that there should be no lines, extra lines before the first line and after the first line. Like it should be 1 to 16th. The first line should have the bracket right over there. It should not be empty. The 16th line should have the closing bracket right over there. It should not be empty. You shouldn't be going to the 17th line. Make sure of this, guys. Otherwise, most likely your code won't work. Okay, so make sure you are doing this. Next thing that you have to do is you have to change this bucket name. This bucket name that is there, you have to change it to the bucket name that you have created. My static website DevTown SH. That is the bucket name that we are having right now. That is the bucket name that we have given to our bucket. So copy that up and paste it inside of this bucket name. Change the bucket name to that particular bucket that you have created. Okay, so make sure that you're doing this. Again, guys, there should be no spacing before the first line and after the last line of the code. Also change the bucket name to the name of the bucket that you have created. Okay, once you have done this, just click on save changes, guys. Now this code will make sure that all your items that are present inside of your bucket will have a public access. Now the last thing that we have to do is add our items inside of the bucket, right? We have to add our items inside of the bucket, guys. So what you can do is you can do a simple Google search. Okay, HTML, CSS, JS, website, download, or something like that, whatever you want to search for. You can search for that. You can find some good particular website that you can download. Okay, I already have downloaded one website, guys. So I'm just going to use that. As you're able to see, this is the website that I've downloaded. So generate riddle generator, generate riddle, show answer, and so on and so forth. So it already has everything done right over there. So you guys can download any kind of website that you want. Okay, made in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I'm going to carry on with this. I'm going to upload these files right over here, guys. So right over here, add files. I'm going to select all the 3 files and open. So that will upload all the 3 files right over there, guys. I have to just click on this upload button as well. So upload right over here. So this will upload all the 3 files to our bucket. Now our bucket basically contains these 3 files: index.html, script.js, and style.css. Now, do you remember the entry point that we had put up as index.html? This is the file that will open up when you are opening up the website. Now, if you go back to the particular link, right, and refresh the link, as you're able to see, now anybody can access my website. So if I give you guys this particular website, even you guys will be able to access it up. So let me provide the link to you guys. So the link is in the live chat, guys. As you're able to see, You can click on that link, you can open it up, you can use the particular website as well. So what has keys but cannot open locks? I don't know. A keyboard, very good. What gets better as it dries? A towel, nice. What can you catch but not throw? Cold, good. What has cities but no houses, forests, no trees, no rivers? Sin City. A map. Good. Okay, so like I said, guys, this is a good way of making sure that you are having a start. For example, you're creating your own personal portfolio, right? You can use S3 buckets to host it, because a personal portfolio is a very small project. You can use an S3 bucket to host it, to put it up on your resume. That gives a better feel to the person interviewing you as well, that you have used something that is of an industry level. Okay, so are you guys able to understand? I've been using Firebase for about a year now. I want to know, why is it not like popular as AWS? Okay, to answer this question, you can live in a tent as well. You can live in a tent, but why is a house so popular within people? First, because everybody has it, right? It has better amenities, it has better customization, it has better everything inside of it. In a similar manner, Firebase, although helps you do certain work very easily, but the amount of things that you can do with AWS is infinite amount of things. It provides you with such levels of customization that you cannot even think about it. Secondly, when it comes to companies, Firebase is something that is good for smaller level projects with maybe 1,000, 10,000, maybe 100,000 people coming to your project itself. But when it's coming to these companies, Google, Amazon, they have billions of people coming up to their websites. They cannot use Firebase to do it. That is the reason why. Okay, so now that you guys have learned how to do this, in the next class, what we're going to do is we're going to see a particular, let's see what we plan for the next class. My thought is we'll look at EC2 instances, or we'll look at lambdas. Okay, EC2 instance basically means like a website with a backend as well. This does not has a backend, that website will have a backend. So how can we handle such type of websites? So let's see how we can go further with it. Okay, now comes to the most important part, guys. The most important part. How to close your bucket. See, if you are leaving it like this, there's a very high chance that at a certain point of time, you will start getting a bill for it. If you don't want that, once you have learned a particular stuff, you have done your particular work, you have practiced right over here, your job is now to delete everything. That is the most important thing, guys, to make sure you are not getting billed for it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to select everything. So again, this is the bucket that we have just created. We are in the objects section. These are the different things that are contained inside of the bucket. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to select everything that is present inside of this bucket, and we're going to delete it. We're going to delete everything present inside of the bucket. First, you delete everything present in the bucket, then you delete the bucket. Okay, so right over here we will delete all these objects. We have to write permanently delete for the confirmation. Delete, and we'll delete all the objects present in the bucket. As you're able to see, successfully deleted the objects. We can close this. As you're able to see, nothing is present inside of this bucket right now. We'll then go to buckets, okay, where all my buckets are there. So as you're able to see, we are in S3 and then buckets. We will select the bucket that we were using right now. That is my static website DevTown SH. That's the bucket that we were using right now. And we are going to delete this bucket as well. So we'll delete this bucket from right over here, guys. Again, it will ask that, okay, write down the entire name to make sure that you are not by mistakenly deleting a particular bucket. So we'll write down our name as well right over here. So my tic static. But if we delete them, how can we add them to our resume? Abhinav, right now we are practicing, right? Right now we are not making our personal portfolio website. So right now you can delete it because there's no point in keeping it. If something is needed, if you want to add that to your resume, then and only then you keep it. Then don't delete it. Otherwise, when you're practicing, you don't require it, right? Delete it. That is my point. Do not keep unnecessary stuff. Keep necessary stuff. Okay, that is my point, not the other way around. So my static website hyphen DevTown hyphen sh. So Netlify and Vercel are also like AWS. Please answer. Both of them are built on AWS. So if you wanted to know, both Netlify as well as Vercel are actually built on top of AWS. So it's like they use these services to create another service because it will be cheaper for people, right? They can buy in bulk. They will get 70-80% discount from AWS. And then they make a customization around it so that you are able to use it much more easily. Okay, but I will definitely suggest not to use Netlify and Vercel. I will definitely suggest use AWS, learn about it much more. Okay, are they free? Yes, a certain tier is free like AWS, but after some point it also costs you. Okay, so now that you have created this, we'll delete the bucket itself. As you're able to see, the successfully deleted the bucket, my static DevTown blah 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 blah. So our bucket has been deleted, and yeah, that's done. As it was as simple as that. As you're able to see right now, I am having these 4 buckets that are currently there, but the previous bucket that we created has been deleted. These 4 are for my project, so I'm not going to delete it right now. But I hope so that you guys are able to understand what we have done up till this point of time. Please let me know. How can we add this to our portfolio? Not this, you create your own personal portfolio website, you upload it to a bucket, and you put that bucket, the link to that static website on your resume. That is how you can put it up on your resume. This is how you do stuff. Usually when it comes to cloud computing, it is more about projects that you build, where cloud computing is a certain part of it. You cannot build a project just in cloud computing. It makes no sense. It is basically like you saying I'm going to go from Delhi to Bangalore just using the engine of a car. I don't have the bonnet, I don't have the seats, I don't have the tire, nothing. I just have the engine. I'll go from Bangalore to Delhi or Delhi to Bangalore just using the engine. That makes no sense, right? So cloud computing is a very important part in the entire development process. So you'll have to create projects where cloud computing is involved. Okay. How much time can we keep a bucket without paying? You can keep a bucket for 1 year as well. Okay. So if we keep our link private, will there be any bill? See, again and again, I'm telling you guys, it gives you 5 GBs of bucket storage for free. You will not get charged if you're creating a bucket that has total amount of data that you have in your buckets is less than 5 GB. Okay. So if you are having a bucket, it is less than 5 GB in size, then you can keep it for like 20 years as well. You will not be charged. Okay. Okay. So now that has been done. We will, yeah, that's it, right? We have deleted the bucket. You will not get any bills after this. Even if you had it for like a year, you will still not get any bills. So you don't have to worry about it, but it's a general precaution that I will say that when you're doing a trial with something, you're trying to learn something, delete it. If you're creating a project that you want to put up on your resume, then and only then keep it. Okay. That would be my suggestion to you guys. After deleting, my friend received 4 rupees. I don't know who sent the 4 rupees to him. Okay. Because I am not getting any bills, and as I've already shown you guys, AWS clearly states that 5 GBs is completely free of cost. If your friend already had a lot of buckets that were running right over there, your friend had a particular account that had been set up more than 2 years ago, then yes, he will get charged. Otherwise, it is going to be for free for him as well. Okay. How to add it to your resume if we have not deleted it costs? So what can we opt for? It does not cost, guys. It does not cost. Again and again, I'm trying to explain to you guys, 5 GB is completely for free. I'm telling you why to keep unnecessary stuff. You're not going to get, even if you didn't delete this bucket, you were not going to get any cost for it. Okay, I made you guys delete this bucket because it was unnecessary. You're not going to put that on your resume, right? So delete it. When you create a project that you want to keep on your resume, then and only then keep it. Okay, it's precaution, guys. It's precaution. Okay, that is it. Okay, okay, guys. So now that this is over, I'll be giving you guys the link for today's attendance as well. It will, it does not particularly charge for read and write. Okay, it does not charge for read and write. Like Google Drive, we have 15 GB, so here we have 5 GB. Yeah, we can think about it in such a way as well. But Google Drive is not for hosting websites. Okay, so oh shit, I opened up the wrong link. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys today's attendance right now, guys. Please make sure that you are able to fill up the attendance properly. Yeah, this is the attendance link. Copy. And I'm going to give you guys the attendance link in the live chat, guys. Okay, so the attendance link is in the live chat. You guys can start filling up your attendance. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day ahead. Tomorrow we'll meet and we'll learn about a new service from AWS. Okay, bye guys, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye guys, bye bye.